Hi parents, this is Miss Watson, and I am lucky enough to have your child, as a student in my math class. So I just wanted to introduce myself and to talk to you a little bit about the flipped classroom, which is how we run math this year, and also about a text message program that we have that's called Remind. So first of all, a little bit about what we're going to cover. Who's who, just some of your teacher contact information for emails, and then again the flipped classroom and Remind. So on your child's team, we work as a team because we basically have the same group of students. I'm Miss Watson, I'm the math teacher, I'm also the team leader, and here's my email. Mrs. Everts is our school guidance counselor. For English, they're going to have Mrs. Wright. For foreign language, which is French or Spanish, they have Mrs. Morgan. For science, they either have Mr. Lockett or Mrs. Bartlett. Mrs. Bartlett teaches one extra class for us, so some of your children might have her. And social studies is either Mr. Carlson or Mr. Laddick, and again, Mr. Laddick just has one extra class. But here are our emails. I'm sure you probably got those earlier in the year, but there they are for you. So the flipped classroom. So I do my classroom very differently, and we have, instead of students taking a lot of notes during class, we use that time for practice, and then they take their notes at home because I've recorded myself, much like I'm doing now, and I post them. And so here's what they do. So they watch a video. It's usually anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes. As the students watch the video, they copy the notes from the video, and we did practice with this. They can pause it as many times as they want. They can rewatch it if they want. Students should write down any questions that they may have as they watch the video to ask the next day in class. All right, that's one of the hardest parts for students to get used to, is they don't have that immediate, I need to ask a question. Class time is then spent reviewing the material from the video and doing practice problems. The one thing I want you to know, though, is that I don't expect students to come in the next day and be able to do all of it. All right, there's usually some questions, but the practice time is really the most important time, and we've opened up more of that. Plus, this way, when they get home, you don't have to worry about the, I didn't understand my math homework, can you help me? And you might not being able to remember what it is. And then, you know, getting into the fight, or if you do remember, then you don't do it the way the teacher does it. And I know that because that's what I hear from my own children as well. The videos are posted in two spots. They're posted on Edmodo, which looks like Facebook, but it's not Facebook because they have to have a code to join. Every student, when they signed up, were given a parent code so that you can go on and create an account. So you need the parent code from your child. They've written it down so that you can do that as well. I also have a YouTube channel, and my YouTube channel is Michelle Watson. And it has a little green M&M because the kids will tell you that's my favorite character as my picture there. But they're always posted on YouTube as well. If your child does not have internet at home, they can watch the videos at school during enrichment, which is second period, lunch, or any other study hall they might have. So we're trying to teach responsibility, and, you know, they need to be responsible for this. So even if they don't have the technology, there are ways for them to be able to do it. Most teachers have a student computer that can be used, or we have a library or computer lab. So there are opportunities. And again, it's 5 to 10, 15 minutes of homework max. They can also come in early off the bus when the buses pull in, or if you drop them off or they walk, they can get here a little early, about 10 to 7 or so, and they can get the videos done then. It's a great program. My own children's teachers used it, and they did it exceptionally well. And I think after a while that hopefully you will like it as well. Parent communication. As a team, we try and stay in touch with parents and make them aware of what's going on at the middle school. One method is the email group that I created to send this. Another is to use a texting program called Remind, and this is a one-way communication. It lets you receive reminders. Once I get some parents set up, I also will then send out the YouTube link to kids so that they can watch it directly if they have a smartphone off of their phones. But it's without me knowing their real phone number and them not knowing my real phone number. And again, parents are encouraged to join as well. So I've included the next two slides are directions for how to do that. If you are in my regular Math 7 class, that's the first one. The second one is for students who are in my accelerated class, which is period 8-9. But I'll go through the directions. The only thing that's different is the code that you use. So it's pretty easy. You go to your text message program, and in the enter recipients, you type in this code 81010, and in the message, you type in @NTMS1. You press send, then you're going to get a message asking for your name. Type that and send, and then you'll get a message stating that this is a thread from Miss Watson. And that's about it. Pretty simple, pretty easy to do, hopefully. And for the accelerated group, again, very similar, except the code right here is different. So if you're in period 8-9, that's the team Aries. Or sorry, for accelerated. Just some upcoming dates so that you are aware of some things. Open house is Tuesday, September 22nd. You follow your child's schedule. It's from 6 to 7:30. They should have brought a note home. There are t-shirts that are going to be for sale. Our superintendent's going to be here to talk about the capital improvement project that they're trying to put in place. So if you have any questions about that, he'll be in the cafeteria. That's a good time to come. Accelerated math, your first test is September 24th. And we've been having almost daily quizzes now on our integer chapter. So those are posted on the parent portal. For regular Math 7, your first test is September 30th. We have evening parent-teacher conferences coming up October 14th, and more information will be coming home soon about those. So again, didn't mean it to be long, but I wanted you to have a little bit of a taste of what the kids are expected, except they actually have to write down some notes instead of just listening. But please, we want to try to make this transition as easy as possible for you and your children. I'm thrilled to see the progress they're already making on lockers and locks and getting to getting places on time. I know that's always a big worry, but everybody's doing a really nice job with that. If you have any questions and you want to go to, oops, went the wrong way. If you have any questions, you can go back to that I think it was page number 3, and you can absolutely email any one of us at any time. So save this so that you can watch it again, or if you need it. Thank you so much, and I look forward to meeting all of you at Open House.
Kelsey Hines, please come to